1-800-284-3900.
At HSN, shopping is our middle name. Literally. All your favorites are here. The best of the best. We're talking brands. And did we mention the brands? It's a real who's who around here. Be sure to tune in for all your favorite brands. HSN, it's fun here.
We do have something else that's brand new. This is, again, another 2017. This is a Proof 70. First day of issue, again, always limited edition. This one is the Silver Eagle dollar coin. And this one, again, comes along with the wooden presentation box and even with a certificate of authenticity.
Well, this is the 2017 Proof.
Oh.
Brand new, just out. Of course, this is our first day of issue, exclusive to us. We've sold here the Proof American first day of issue Silver Eagle for almost 15 years now, as long as I've been here. And we have that. This is the brand new 2017. Okay, everybody's been trying to get this, so we have the 2017 ready to go. Here, it's just about to be released. The amazing thing here is our limited edition of 3870 or 3897. The reason being is if I went back and I looked at the limited editions that we had over the last 5, 6, 7 years, this is by far the rarest. This is by far the rarest of the first day of issues. So, because we have got so many people that have traditionally purchased from us our first day of issue, particularly the Proof coins as they come out. Last year's edition was 4,800 or 5,300, something like that. As a matter of fact, we're going to have the remaining quantities of that one, 300 or 400 or 500. Now, that was released in October, November of last year, very late in the year. This is the normal release date in March. And so when we have this 3,897, we've had editions up in 7,000, 8,000, 10,000, 11,000. So to have an edition that's only 3,897, there is a legitimate chance that tonight in our primetime show, between this right here, right now we're extremely busy here, and our primetime show tonight, it may sell out in a single day. That has happened in the past. 2 years ago, we had the Proof Eagle on January 1st. They released it the very first day, so we had it on our today's special day. And I sold, I don't know, I think we sold 7,800 in a day. I've only got 3,897, all available exclusively from us, all at original issue price, at our lowest price, same price as last year we held, even though silver was up a little bit. Folks, this is going to go very, very quickly. As you can see, the phones are exceptionally busy.
They really are, because like you said, it's brand new. So this is, you're just now able to get it, right as we talk about in March, when it is typically launched, when it's typically released. But for the last few years, it's been a little bit different. You know, last year's was late in the fall. The year before that was a lot earlier in the year. You get a chance, and this is great too, because you don't miss it. Even sometimes on, you know, if you miss it at certain times of the year, whether it's too late or too early for you, this is a perfect time. And Mike's right. Every single customer service rep is taking phone calls right now. A lot of you are also online on hsn.com looking at this nice and close up, because it's beautiful.
Well, it's beautiful. And first of all, let me explain to you, when we talk about the Proof Silver Eagle, because we sold out this year the regular Mint State Eagle, and the government's only slated to do 3 different Silver Eagles this year, like they've done for many years. They've got the regular coin, the Mint State coin. We have that on our today's special, which is usually New Year's Eve day. We sold 12,000 or 13,000, sold them out in one day, of course, like we always do. We do the Proof edition, which we traditionally do more like 6,000 or 8,000. This year, only 3,897 of those, only 3,897. Now, the difference, there's 2 differences. First of all, Proof is not a condition. Proof is a method of manufacturing. As you look at this, you see where it's kind of mirrored right here, and then this is that's kind of what we call a deep cameo or a matte finish that you're going to have there. It's a method, in other words, they make the coins differently. They strike them multiple times instead of just once. They strike them multiple times at higher pressure. That's what creates this mirror finish here. And then to do that, they kind of sign the coin as well with a mint mark. They only put mint marks on special presentation coins. And that's what you're going to see right there, that W or West Point mint mark. And there'll only be 2 of those. And you can see that incredible finish. Now, because of the finish, it's exceptionally difficult to get these in PR 70 or perfect condition as well. As a matter of fact, if you want to look at some of the great American rarities in terms of value, all you have to do is go back to the 1990s in American Silver Eagles and American Gold Eagles in proof condition, and there are coins there that are tens of thousands of dollars because of the grade, because that proof shows off any tiny imperfection. Sometimes we'll send in 1,000 coins and get 0 70s because you'll end up with a strike through. So there was a little tiny piece of something on the die, and when it strikes the coin, there's one spot that has like a strike through. And that's what we'll get. Okay, we send you 1,000 coins. What do you got? Well, you got 0 because there was a strike through. So that's why to do 3,800 of these, we have to buy, you know, 10, 15,000 coins, which is not an insignificant purchase for us. Literally, we have to spend, you know, $1 million plus just to get the American Silver Eagle. So very important for you to understand that as well.
Absolutely. So when you're getting something that is perfect, I mean, that's no small feat, as you were hearing. And you know that, especially if you are a collector. If you've been collecting for a long time, then you've been waiting for this, and you're probably already on the phone lines waiting, you know, waiting to place your order to make sure that you get it. Because when you consider that these are the most sought after, this is what we wait for. If you have the coins, if you have the Silver Eagle dollar coins from 2016 and 2015 and the years before, then this one is a must-have for your collection. And if you see a must-have, you can't wait until you're chasing it. Today is the day that you can get it because it's just now out, just now released, brand new to us, brand new to you, and you're seeing it first. Mike does have another show later on this evening.
Oh, and it's prime time.
It is prime time, and people set their alarms to make sure that they don't miss it. But because you're seeing it during the early morning show, you get a chance to make sure that you reserve yours, and a lot of you are doing it.
Yes, we're very, very busy, as is always the case. I just happen to notice we've got an amazing FlexPay option on this, which we almost never do on coins. So a great opportunity to make this so affordable. This is something, like I said, this first day of issue that we do with these coins is very special. It's exclusive to us here at HSN. Understand, you can't get this anywhere except here. The Annex first day of issue. That does a couple of things. It guarantees, because at Annex, what they do is they'll individually number the coins, and you know, we'll sell PCGS and NGC, and there's only 4 major recognized grading companies, which is ICG, NGC, PCGS, and Annex that you're going to have here. And Annex is the only one that actually individually numbers the coins. The other ones will go 1 of 1,000 or 2 of 1,000 or something like that, but the Annex coins are actually individually numbered, which adds to their collectability and their desirability. So you know exactly what the edition is, 3,897. There will be more PCGS, there will be more NGC coins, absolutely positively guaranteed, to the order of maybe 3 or 4 or 5 or even 10 times as much. So Annex are the 3 major coins, PCGS, NGC, and Annex. Annex is by far the rarest in terms of the first day issue. The other thing that happens with that is you're guaranteed the lowest price for Annex first day of issues. That's always nice as not only as a collector, but as a consumer. You know, you're always wondering, you know, is for Annex first day of issue, can I find this? No, this is the price. This is in essence the wholesale price. This is our original issue price because you simply can't get it anyplace else. Of course, we've held the price. We're still going to give you the red oak presentation box, and this is our window box that you see right here, which I love. And of course, our thing is you know, this is the highest possible quality. I know these magnets look real small, but I can promise you that they will hold the, you can see that'll hold that, and so your coin is safe in that, absolutely, positively. So you're going to get, this is a $14.95 value in its own right, $179.95 for the 70. guaranteed lowest price for the NX first day of issue, guaranteed only price for the NX first day of issue that you're going to see right there. The other thing is once again, our edition on this at only $3,897 guarantees an early sellout this year because it's about half of our average edition size over the last several years. It's just very, very, very low. When we got to, it's just the way it worked out this year is we have a very tiny edition, which is going to lead to a very early sellout in this. So if you've been collecting these over the 15 years or so that I've been here doing these, and you want to do the 2017, now is the time to get in on this.
It really is. And a lot of you, when I'm looking at the phone lines and I'm looking at the number of you who are already ordering, what that tells me is that you knew this was coming, or you've been waiting for this. And so you, as the minute this item number came up, which is 547887, the minute you saw that, you started to order because this is what you've been waiting for. There are a lot of you who are watching and you're saying, okay, oh yeah, that's what I've been wanting, but I'll do it later. There are a lot of people who've been waiting for this, and I don't want somebody else to walk away with yours, particularly when yours will be individually numbered. And when you have it, that's something special that you have in your collection. And I say this again, if you've been collecting the Silver Eagle dollar and you've got the ones from the years past, there's no way you can pass this up, particularly it is on FlexPay, which means any major credit card, you can use any major credit card, and you can split that payment up over 4 credit card payments, so it's $44.99. But you get this in about a week to 10 days or so. It just came out. It's just been released. So this is the soonest that you can get it. And it really does make a difference. Now, if you're buying just one for your collection, that's great. But if you are going to be picking up a few things in this hour, then you can buy more and save on shipping, which means you pay standard shipping on one coin item, and then you get half off shipping on all of the other coins that you are purchasing today. And that just makes it even easier. So if you're picking up multiples of your Silver Eagle dollar, you're saving on shipping, which is great. If you're gonna pick this up and maybe you're gonna get that red cent, or we've got other things coming up, it just makes it more affordable.
Buy more and save is just the greatest thing that there is. So traditionally over the years, the Proof American Silver Eagle is probably the most collected of the Silver Eagles in a certified condition with this. The other thing that I would suggest, and I would posit here for you as a collector, I've seen the early kind of demand figures for these. And the United States government, in essence, makes these to order. In other words, they only make as many as are ordered. The interesting thing, for whatever reason, regular American Silver Eagle sales are down a little bit. What that is creating is, I think, a tremendous opportunity as collectors. And I think that that should hold true in the Proof Silver Eagle as well, which means because we've ordered less because we're concerned about the condition of these coins to be able to get the 70s is what has happened. Because 70, and let me kind of review that for a second. Keep in mind, in coin collecting as in any collecting, the single most important determining factor of value is what? Is condition. The higher the grade, the more it's worth, period. 70 is perfect. We grade on a 70-point scale, not a 100-point scale. So the difference is incredible. So in 1993, American Proof Silver Eagle, okay, in PR 69 is about a $179 coin. In PR 70, it's about a $4,000 coin, okay? I mean, $6,000 coin, and when you can find it. The difference is that one grade. That difference is that PR 70, and that's what we're getting here. So understand, do not confuse this with the regular mint state coin. This is the Proof Eagle. So this is not a, what we call a bullion coin, like the regular American Silver Eagle is primarily sold for its silver content. The United States government sells this for multiple times the silver value. So in other words, the original cost from the United States Mint, ungraded and uncertified, is going to be significantly more than the silver that it contains, because this is a collector coin. This is a presentation coin. This is a coin that's going to be 20, 30, 40 times rarer than the regular American Silver Eagle or the mint state coin that we sell for like $99. And so this coin that you see right here, and look at that coin. It is stunning. It's beautiful. I know it looks like it has this kind of a black matte finish there. It's It's actually a mirror.
Right. It's a mirror
and that's the
finish.
thing, and that's what proof coins are really about, is that mirror finish, and that mirror finish just shows imperfections so badly that that PR70 is so much more difficult to get in a proof coin than some of the other coins. That matte finish in a regular mint state coin hides that a little better. So we've got the brand new 2017s. I don't know that you can buy these any place else that are out there. We have got them, and like I said, we've got the red oak presentation box. We've held our price from last year with these. So great opportunity. Get in on these while we still have them, because like I said, we're debuting this right here, right now.
Yeah.
Big primetime show tonight. There is a chance that we could sell the entire rest of the edition, because once we sell this out, that's not for this trip. That 3,800 isn't for like this trip or this visit or whatever. That's it forever. Okay, once I sell that quantity out, I have no more, ever.
Okay, and that, I'm glad you clarified that.
Yes.
I am, because if you're listening and you're thinking, okay, wait a minute, I get the first day of issue. I know it's a limited edition, and it's a very low limited edition, very small limited edition. It's absolutely perfect. It couldn't be more perfect. And with a proof, the fact that you've got, just as Mike was saying, that mirror finish, you can't hide. So when you get it, and you're getting the case to keep it in, it will come in its case as you see here, but then from that, you put that right into that red oak presentation box. You're even gonna get the certificate of authenticity. So you're getting everything that surrounds this. Again, I see a lot of you calling in, so if you can use express ordering, that will be your fastest way to get in. I want you to write this item number down if you've got a pen and paper. It's 547887. That's the number to get this on, because we only have almost about 90 seconds left on this, and then we will have to move on. And I don't want you to say, oh gosh, what was the number of that item number, if you don't get a chance to order it while we're on the screen. Because I know you like to hear the detail as Mike is sharing with you. But this is the first time we wanted to start off the show with this, because we knew it was going to be popular.
And I want to point something out. It says down there approximately 99.9. That's not correct. It's exactly 99.9% silver, okay?
Yeah.
It's not approximate at all, okay? It's exactly, and as a matter of fact, it's exactly 99.95% silver.
Wow.
Not a bit more, nor a bit less. It's exactly 99.95% silver. They take their silver, and it's important, because they take their silver fineness, as they should, any minting, very, very seriously. I mean, that's because this is an assayable coin. In other words, if you melt this down, you will get 1 exact ounce of exactly 99.95% silver. So for those of you that are wondering, well, I thought that they were pretty precise with that. They are. They're just, I guess.
Sometimes we get a little bit
you get a little,
on the safe side.
Just be on the safe side. But 99.95 exact is on the safe side. What you're going to do, I just find that, as a numbers numismatist guy. So it is solid silver, is what we call as pure silver as you can do. It's absolutely stunning in terms of beauty. It's absolutely perfect in terms of grade. It's absolutely exclusive to us here at HSN, and this is absolutely the world's very first look at this coin. And of course, you get the red oak presentation box.
This is exciting. Stay on the phone for this one, or if you're near your computer, go to hsn.com to go ahead and pick that one up. 547887.
So we're going to dive right in with our Silver Eagle with the Monster Box green label.
Exclusive to us here at HSN, which I absolutely positively love. Look, we've had Annex first day of issues available here.
That's right.
Exclusively for years and years and years. We have done the ICG first day of issues exclusive to us for years and years. And there's 4 major grading companies. PCGS might be the most popular. Just because they've been around so long, and they're one of the most popular of the 4 major grading companies. So we did a deal with them. So what I was able to do, so I did a special gasket. And the gasket is what holds the coin in place. I did the special green gasket, which is exclusive to us in the green Monster Box series. So I have the 2017 American Silver Eagle certified PCGS Mint State 70. Okay, PCGS Mint State 70, and I've done it on price break, folks, for only $79.95. Now, I had not even mentioned this, not even a skosh, And we sold 9 of these just as people they had to have bought them probably on hsn.com while I was doing this, particularly at the price break. Understand, when you get an exclusive PCGS label, particularly one that is direct from a mint-sealed, United States mint-sealed box, and that's what that is. See that box up there? That's what we call green monster boxes. The United States government does not sell Silver Eagles directly to the United States public. You have to buy them through a series of what are called authorized purchasers. And they come in these 500 coin boxes. They're called green monster boxes. They've always been made out of green plastic, and then they have those white straps. Some of them have yellow straps, a few of them have red straps. And this right here, so these are directly out of a sealed monster box, go right to PCGS. A very tiny fraction of them are certified absolutely perfect Mint State 70. And exclusively available from us, you've got the green core, what we call, or the green seal that you're going to have here with the green label from the PCGS. Available no place else. So what you have is the opportunity, and so rarely in the collectible world today, where so often certified coins have become somewhat of a commodity, you want to get rarity at a different level, and that's what this is. This gives you the opportunity to buy a certified perfect PCGS coin at what you absolutely positively know is the lowest price. So you get a certified PCGS coin at what you know is the lowest price because it's exclusive to us here at HSN. So you've got the green, the green gasket, the green core, plus the from the U.S. sealed monster box. We've got it in a $20 price break, folks.
That's great.
And
Thank you for your phone
so
calls
what's
there.
happening with these is, and like I said, so when you look at kind of the populations and you see that PCGS is graded, you know, they've graded several thousand of these Mint State 70 Eagles, but in the green core that you see here, there's no more that we've sold no more than about 500 or so of these. So what you've got is rarity and exclusivity, and now with the price break, 20 bucks off.
Yeah.
So been able to put it. We sold these. Well, I've never sold these for less than $99. I did a nice little price break for you to do this, and an exclusive coin. So if you're a longtime collector, a longtime dealer, you understand what specialized labels are, what specialized labels mean, and why they're important and why they're collectible. Okay. So when you get an exclusive opportunity like this, when you get what you know to be at the price break here, the absolute lowest price, that's something that you can confidently buy as a collector, as a consumer, and say, okay, I got something that I can't get anyplace else. Okay, I've got it right from the sealed monster box. I've got it certified 70. I've got PCGS. I've got the green gasket, green core right here with the green. That's why we did the green. And we did that exclusively, and that costs a lot of money to say, okay, we get all the green gaskets, so we have to guarantee a whole lot of that. And so when you get this, you know that you're getting something that's exclusive. You know that you're getting something that's valuable and desirable and collectible. And because of that, all of a sudden, a couple of hundred people got on the phone and say, yeah, hey, I'm in for the green core PCGS. I've never even seen it before. Right. What a great opportunity for you to get that. Comes with the nice presentation box as well. So you get this fantastic presentation box. Isn't that great? So that comes with it. Within that $79.95, you go out there and try to buy presentation boxes. I mean, you know, $12, $14, $18. I mean, you know, do what you can. Already, just like that, just in a heartbeat, 100 of these sold. I suspect 200 or 300 of these will go out of here, particularly at this incredible price break. So just a spectacular, spectacular opportunity for you.
The appraised values you see at HSN are set by independent, professionally certified appraisers. They determine, as closely as possible, the approximate retail cost of replacing or recreating the item, not the possible sell or purchase price. Because subjective estimates and judgments are involved, appraisals may vary by as much as 25%. Call your customer service rep for more information.
Let's move back. Let's go back to the 1960s. Let's go back to when the United States government decided to honor John F. Kennedy. Look, November 22nd, 1963 was one of the darkest days in American history. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Okay, the assassination of John F. Kennedy. This nation rushed to memorialize him, and we did so with the Kennedy half dollar. First made in 1964, and it's still being made today. The Kennedy $50 was made in silver from 1964 to 1970. What I have got here is 10 of those silver coins, 10 of those silver 1960s Kennedy $50. Listen to that. That's silver, okay? You're going to get 10 brilliant uncirculated coins. Look at those. So not only are you getting the silver in these, okay, but you're also getting a numismatic coin that is going to be brilliant uncirculated. You get 10 of them for $79.95. We've already sold almost 200 of these. It's the first time back this year. I think the last time we sold this, you may have that on there, might be August or something like that, probably somewhere right in there, August, September, somewhere in there is my suspect. I have in the past sold these for as much as $199 based on the price of silver.
Right.
Silver used to be 3 times as much. So if silver is 3 times as much, my price basically has to triple. Sure. Because the most significant part of the value of these coins at $79.95 is, of course, their silver content, their silver value. You get 10 of these for $8 a piece. Because the numismatic value, as I look in the nationally advertised catalog, because these coins are going to range from early 1965 to 1969, I'm going to say the last of the silver Kennedys, the lowest price in the catalog is $19.50 for one of these coins. $19.50, $19.50, $19.50, $31.50, and $49.30 each. So if I take the single lowest price in the catalog from a numismatic standpoint to buy these coins individually, you're looking at these 10 coins being $195. Right. Okay. Between $195 and let's call it $315. But let's say $195, the lowest possible denominator. We're $79.95. Because I'm able to buy these coins, what I was able to do at this point was to be able to buy these coins more for the silver value than the historic numismatic value. Look at that beautiful, brilliant uncirculated. They also happened to be brilliant uncirculated, which of course is spectacular and collectible and desirable. That's why we have a couple of hundred of these gone. So 4 minutes, I mean, I don't have a very large quantity of these. Now, as silver goes up, my price on these goes up because they are pretty substantially silver. Like I said, $19.50 a piece at the low end in terms of the numismatic value to buy them individually. But what I am doing, and people always ask me, why do you do that thing? Why do you do that? Because, see, silver coins sound different.
They do.
Jiggle the change in your pocket. They don't sound like that. It has this bell-like metallic, but now obviously these are no longer uncirculated. I can't send these out. It has that bell-like call to it that you just, you understand that this is money. You get right away, and look at the, there it is. There's that spokes. It looks like the spokes of a wheel. That is the hallmark of that one's right there is almost proof-like, as you can see. So they are 100% original. These are basically all going to be right about 50 years old, a little bit older than that, a little bit younger than that. So you're going to be all about a half century old because they stopped making silver Kennedy $50 in 1971. Okay, at least, you know, circulating a silver Kennedy $50. So very, very important to see what your opportunity is. Very, very important for you to be able to understand. Like I said, first time back this year. First time back this year. I sold it like I said, last year, probably August, September, somewhere right around in there. And keep in mind, so we've sold 240 of these so far. Many people buying multiples. Hundreds of people on the phone. 240, you understand, represents 2,400 coins. Because you get 10. Remember, this is not $79.95 a piece. This is $7.99 a piece. So as we sell 250 of these, it's now 2,500 coins. None of those telltale, if you look at a Kennedy $50 day, it'll have that little copper line in there, that telltale line that it's what's called clad. And people are going, what is clad? Clad means that it's a kind of a manganese brass core that is clad in copper nickel, okay? And that's what gives it that silvery appearance, but it doesn't actually have any silver in it, okay, is what it is. These, however, are what are called silver. These are silver-clad coins, and that's the important, and you get 10 of those for $79.09. Now, to just get 10 would be spectacular, would be amazing, would be fantastic. However, you also get them in original, brilliant, uncirculated condition. Look at that. Original, brilliant, uncirculated condition that only adds to the incredible numismatic value. So you get the coins in silver, you get them brilliant uncirculated. Like I said, they're all about a half a century or older on every single one of these. They're going extraordinarily quickly right now. As you can remember, each one of those clicks that you see right there is 10 of these gone. So we have literally now sold thousands and thousands and thousands of these coins first time back. So when I get these and I restock them and I make them available again, it's because I have to get 5,000 coins. I got to get 10,000 coins that are a half century old. That's actually harder than it sounds. And they all have to be original, brilliant, uncirculated as well.
But don't you think also the silver Kennedys are, like, even for somebody who's not a coin collector?
Yes.
Right?
Because you get the silver, so you get what we call the intrinsic value. So it's that silver value, that backdrop of value that you've got that's crucial. But then you've got the numismatic value, the fact that they're rare coins. And understand many of these, maybe even a majority of these coins, have been melted down and destroyed over the years. So that's of critical importance as well. Then you get the historical value of this being the commemorative John F. Kennedy.
How many people have a picture of Kennedy in their homes or in their offices? I mean,
all the time. I mean, one of the most popular American presidents of all time. And then you have just the museum quality of this being a half a century old. You kind of add all that together, and that's what makes this a collectible that certainly is worth $7.99.
Yes, absolutely.
Particularly when in the catalog, the lowest price isn't $19.50 a piece. $19.50 a piece.
That's why that counter is moving so quickly.
Yeah, many people buying multiples. By the way, there's 10, and you get this little holder that they come in. If you buy 2, it'll fill it up.
Okay.
Okay, there'll be 20 in there. That'll be the full roll. So that's what we have right there. So 10 of them in there. If you get 2 orders, they'll fill. You get 1, even if you order 1 and you get half, it'll be half filled up. And then if you buy 2, it'll fill up the entire roll. And of course, you get the roll whether you buy 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, whatever it is. Yeah.
The vault is open. Hi, everyone. I'm Callie Northagen. This is the most fascinating man. Mike, you are.
Well, thank you.
Mike Mizak is our resident numismatist, and I learn so much from him every time you're here. And I'm always so proud of what you bring to us to offer our customers.
Well, and I know just recently you became a coin collector.
I sure did. I brought my son his Indian head pennies that I got from our last show.
That's right. I loved them.
Exactly. So it's fun to collect. We'd love for you to be able to pick some things up. This is a big customer pick, and I know this offering was big and popular this morning.
Very, very popular this morning. If you'll notice, it's already starting to sell extraordinarily well.
Yeah, wow.
Check this out. It was a customer pick. We're about 4.6 stars there. It's $79.95.
Wow.
It's $49.95. Let me explain what this is. This is an authentic United States government issue solid silver peace dollar from either 1922 or 1923. I have an equal number of both. If you order 2, I'll give you 1 of each. If you order 10, I'll give you 5 of each. I mean, I'm equally broken down between the 2 dates. 1922, technically the first year of issue. They made a 1921, but it was commemorative. It's not been reprinted, restruck, or redone in any way, shape, or form. As you can see, it is absolutely beautiful, brilliant, uncirculated. So you can get a nearly 100-year-old coin for $49.95. Now, people go, well, what happened? Well, why the price break? Did silver go down? I go, no, actually, silver went up. But I had purchased these when silver was down a little bit, and I finally got them. Sometimes we buy at a show, and they got to get home, and we got to get home, and then we wire the money, and then they finally ship them to us. And I mean, these are heavy. I mean, I have about 200 pounds of these, is what it kind of translates to in terms of the numbers. So it takes a while to get there. And once we get that all in, we base our price on the price we pay. Silver has gone up about 10 to 15% since just over the last 2 months or so. Yet we priced these kind of the 2-month price ago at $49.95. It wasn't that long ago that they melted for $49.95. That there's enough silver, and there's nearly an ounce of silver in each one of these.
Wow, almost 300 gone almost instantaneously. Tell me about the peace dollar.
Well, it was done, and here's a great thing. So if you look right here, in God We Trust, and if you look at the trust, notice the U in trust is a V. If you remember your history lessons from World War II, America's motto in World War II was V for victory. So they put this. This was a peace dollar to commemorate the end of World War I. So that's why they called it the peace dollar. Traditionally, all American eagles on coins prior to this have always had in their talons, in one talon they had the olive branch of peace, and in the other talons they had the arrows of war. Like I said, you know, we're like, you take your pick. This one, though, only the olive branch of peace, because after World War I, which was such a devastating worldwide conflict, everybody was looking forward for, like I said, a little peace. So this became the peace dollar. It was supposed to be a one-year only issue as a commemorative in 1921, but it was so, excuse me, phenomenally popular that they continued to make this from 1922 to 1935. And it was the last circulating silver dollar ever made by the United States government.
Interesting.
So this was the last time they made a silver dollar that was actually silver. These were used in the slot machines in Las Vegas into the 70s, actually.
Wow.
Of course, not these, but I mean, you know, they're worn out. They're just almost just round discs of silver.
Okay.
So when you used to play the dollar slots, you played with silver dollars.
Interesting,
For
yeah.
many years in Las Vegas, that was the case. And we've had some of those old Las Vegas peace dollars like that, and they're almost worn smooth because, you know, they shined them and cleaned them and did all that other stuff, and they're very distinctive. Occasionally we get those in, but these are not those. These are original, brilliant, uncirculated coins. These are nearly 100 years old.
Yes.
And the price, I think, is so amazing for this. And many people buying multiples. Remember, if you buy two, I'll give you both P and D, okay? Or I'm sorry, both 1923 and 1922. So I'll give you that, and I'll try to mix up the mint marks. We have various mint marks in here. But the key to this is very simply that they're original, they're solid silver, they're uncirculated, and they're less than $50 a piece. And I just noticed we even have flex pay.
Yeah, we so do. For $24.98, that is not something we typically offer in coins, but we are doing that tonight in a nice 30. This is almost half price. So an excellent time to add to your collection. The item is 517453. We're going to be moving fast and furious through these 2 hours, and it's so interesting. I'm curious about you, Mike. When did you first start getting or collecting coins or getting
Well, it was interesting. I was about 10 years old, and my first coin that I ever collected was a peace dollar.
Really?
Yeah, my grandmother was, we were sitting at the kitchen table with my cousin who's about my age, Andrew, and she laid out about 5 peace dollars and said, take your pick out of the peace dollars, and that's what started it. And it was an interesting, you know, and that was the whole thing. So that was a long time ago. They were a lot newer back then when I did that. So a very interesting thing so my very first coin was a peace dollar. Because, and understand, from a collectible standpoint, it's an incredible storehouse of value. So in other words, you have nearly an ounce of silver in here, but then you have the historic part of the fact that it's nearly 100 years old. You have the fact that it's brilliant uncirculated. I have a nationally advertised catalog over here, and they have these same two coins. The brilliant uncirculated 1922 is $108, and the brilliant uncirculated 1903 is $105. Okay. As a matter of fact, they have the almost uncirculated, which is not even as good as these, at $85.
Wow, look at that.
If you go all the way down to fine, they're still $79. We're 4 grades higher than that. So when you look at this, if you purchase these, you know, in the nationally advertised catalog, you're looking at as over $100 a piece. We are half that at $49.95. And as you can see, going extremely quickly.
Right, exactly.
Many people buying multiples. If you buy 2, I'll give you the 1923 and the 1922. There's the 1923 that you can see right there. You buy 10, I'll give you 5 of each. You buy 20, I'll give you 10 of each. Absolutely stunning.
So 517453 is how you can continue ordering the uncirculated silver peace dollar. You can do the 22 or 23 or both, which is our recommendation at that price point. Why not? Well, welcome back into the HSN Vault. I'm Callie Northagen. This is Mike Mizak, the fascinating numismatist, and I'm super excited about what we get to offer you next. This case is included, by the way, and this is the full presidential dollar set. The full set. Brilliant uncirculated Philadelphia Denver mints. Amazing opportunity for you here.
The United States government started to make the golden dollar, the golden presidential dollar, in 2007. They did it, of course, starting with George Washington. They did it in the order of presidency, starting with the very first president and ending with Ronald Reagan. They have to end with President Reagan because by law, to be on an American coin, you have to be deceased. And so that's why we ended with President Reagan last year. They released 4 coins per year, every year from 2007 through 2015. And last year, there was just 3 coins to finish the collection. 39 presidents in all are here. You are going to get these Gem Brilliant Uncirculated. Every single one of these is a sold-out limited edition. You're going to get the Philadelphia Mint. You're going to get the Denver Mint. You get $78 coins in all. Now, keep in mind, the box itself, oh, there's a great shot.
Yeah.
Look at this box. This is a solid red oak. This thing is about 10 pounds. If you go to hsn.com, I've got it empty for $149.95.
If you need another one, get it.
Okay. But look at that, $149.95, and we sell them all the time.
Yeah, we do.
People buy these.
But this box is included with your purchase tonight of the presidential dollar set.
As a matter of fact, if we can get a long shot here, these are, I took all these out of here and put them up here. So starting with, here we go, President Washington, so you're gonna go Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Monroe, or Madison, and as you go all the way down and finish here with President Reagan and every president in between, all Gem Brilliant uncirculated, and you get the entire collection. Now, very cool, very historic on this day when we celebrate the American presidency. Now I want to talk to you, and everybody kind of gets that. I want to talk to you from a numismatic standpoint, from a collectible standpoint, just how phenomenally difficult this set is to get. When the United States government first released this, they desperately want the United States people to use a dollar coin instead of a dollar bill. It would literally save us hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Coins just last longer than dollar bills. We will have none of it. The Americans, we want our dollar bills. So after 2008, so about right here, they just stopped releasing them into circulation. In other words, you can only get the first 2 years if you happen to get one of these coins. All the rest of these were special releases. In other words, the government, you could not get a single coin. You had to buy them by the roll or in a special government 2-coin pack. And they didn't do the nice plastic like this. They had a little cardboard thing, and it was $14.95 for the 2 coins.
For one set.
For one set, $14.95 like this. Keep in mind that when you value the box here, we're $4. Okay, we're $2 a coin. They're dollar coins that we're charging $2 for. Okay, is ultimately because they're all Gem Brilliant uncirculated, all sold out, limited editions. They were never available singly, is what they were. So for us to be able to put this together, I would challenge you to go anywhere out there and be able to find this collection in one place, put together like this with the stories. We get the certificates of authenticity. Even if you do, you're gonna have to buy the box from me for $149 anyway. That I guarantee, all right? You're gonna have to, because nobody else can you get the box other than here. It's exclusive to us. So you're going to get the box, you get the coins, you get all that. It is just something that simply is not possible. Yet you're going to get, with one phone call, every single solitary presidential dollar. And actually, you're going to get 2.
So 78 coins.
78 coins, because you get a Philadelphia Mint, Gem Brilliant uncirculated, and a Denver Mint, Gem Brilliant uncirculated. Those are the only uncirculated coins that the United States government made for every president. And there is the certificate of authenticity, isn't that? With all the information that you could possibly want. I mean, we had someone full-time on staff just doing this.
I bet.
You know?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's all they do.
By the way, we don't even have 900 available. No. I mean, this is just one of those, whoa, special opportunistic moments. You just get the whole thing. You don't have to add to it. You don't have to find. You don't have to search. It's just so beautifully put together.
And once again, in the box. So many times you see this and you see the beautiful presentation and you call in, okay, give me all those $2.99, and they go, would you like to add the box?
Of course you would.
Sure, for $149. No,
but we just include
comes with it. We're just going to go ahead and include
it.
I know you're proud of your collection. I don't want to put an additional burden on your display and presentation. So we're just going to give you, as we always do here, we never sell you the box. The box always, if we have a box for a deal, it just comes with the coin. It's basically what we always do. And this coin, and look at this, every single one of these, and they're so easy. I mean, that is just a lot of coins right there. And if you'll notice, every detail taken care of. So as you put these in here, they're slightly angled so you can see each coin as you put it in. And that's the thing that I love. Every attention to detail has been taken. It's so easy. They slide in and out. And even the box in here is kind of velvet covered, as you can see. So it doesn't doesn't scratch the lenses. They're perfectly presented. They're perfectly displayed. Everything about this. And then it is absolutely complete with one single phone call. And like I said, you value the box, you're paying $1.99 a piece.
It's a steal for what you're getting, and what a beautiful presentation. I mean, I'm sure you're so proud of your coin collection, or if this is how you're starting your coin collection, having it on display like this is really special, or you know, doing this later if you'd like. But the fact that the box and every single one from 2007 all the way to 2016, and each one is included with both coins, like you said, brilliant, uncirculated Denver and Philadelphia mints. It's just this is
well,
as good as it gets.
I've got something here with you know, they sell the coins individually in here. The lowest price they have is $3.95 for a coin. It goes from $3.95 to about $10
per coin.
Remember, ours is basically $1.99.
Right.
Value the box, and it's $1.99. A coin. So it is absolutely spectacular in scope, in presentation, and once again, one call gets them all. And like you said, I have 900 of these. I doubt that there's anybody else that's got 9 of these to go around without the box. Like I said, you're still gonna have to buy the box. Probably from us, it's exclusive to us. So look at this. This is spectacular, Callie. If you pick that up, that's
weighty.
a good 10 pounds, I would say, on that. Every single
Beautiful.
presidential dollar, one call gets them all.
It's here for you for the asking. You should do it now, though. 513348.
We're going to move into, of course, celebrating the Silver Eagle's 30th anniversary, right, Mike? And this is another special edition.
Another special edition. You know, the American Silver Eagle is the most popularly collected silver coin in the world, bar none, period. That's the end of story, okay? They had commemorated the 10th anniversary, which I was just talking about, that 10th anniversary Silver Eagle, which, by the way, in this condition, because the other one was been say 69, in this condition, the 10th anniversary Eagle is a $30,000 coin.
But this is proof.
That's my mistake. In PCGS, that's an $84,000 coin. That's what it sold for at auction.
So big difference there, Mike.
Well, we sold one in Annex for $29,000 here. Other people sold PCGS for $84,000 in the 1995 W. Okay, so big deal. So they've honored the American Silver Eagle's anniversary. They did a 10th anniversary, a 20th anniversary, and a 25th anniversary coin. This is the, excuse me, the 30th anniversary coin.
Right.
That's the certificate of authenticity. We're going to show you that here in a minute. It's amazing. It's important, okay? I'll get to that here in just one second. So here's what happens. So the United States government, this is what I like to call a fall between the cracks coin. The United States government last year had a big deal going on, okay? Big, incredible deal. They were doing gold coins, they were doing other special coins, they were doing all this. So for the 30th anniversary Eagle, which is edge lettered, by the way, this is the only edge-lettered proof American Silver Eagle in history. They've been making the proof Silver Eagle since 1986. There's one of them that is edge-lettered. It is this right here. And it actually says 30th anniversary. It's also the only one of the anniversary Eagles that is actually labeled on the coin itself, 30th anniversary. The 10th anniversry isn't, the 20th anniversary, the 25th anniversary.
So this is the first.
This is the very first one. It was actually labeled on the coin, 30th anniversary. This and the SP coin from the 30th. They only made 3 Eagles last year. This coin, the SP coin, and the regular mint state coin. And the SP coin in this coin says 30th anniversary on it, both edge lettered. First time ever in American history. So we have that incredible, phenomenal rarity. So you have a 30th anniversary, and since they released it very, very late in the year, they didn't make that many. As a matter of fact, they made an incredibly small number. The West Point Mint has been making the American Silver Eagle for all of the 21st century, for the whole of the 21st century. If you are looking for the rarest proof American Silver Eagle, the regular issue American proof Silver Eagle of the 21st century, it is actually this coin. Oh. Now it is special. It's 30th anniversary. They should have, you know, they should have made 2 million or 6 million or 8 million or 10 million. But they didn't. It's the rarest proof Silver Eagle of the 21st century, West Point minted that you're seeing right there, the regular issue. So we've got that. So the coin is significant. So the coin is important. The coin is a 2016 coin. It was released so late in the year, I didn't even have the opportunity. Matter of fact, this is the debut. I'm selling the premier edition. This is the very first time. Now I want to talk about what this is that you're seeing right here. PCGS, there are 3 major grading companies, PCGS, NGC, and Annex, and then another one, ICG. Annex, first day of issue, ICG, first day of issue, are exclusive to us here at HSN. PCGS and NGC make lots of different coins in lots of different labels. For a year and a half, we went into negotiations with PCGS and finally was able to get an exclusive program that we have here. And we've set it apart, and that is the Premier Edition.
That's cool.
PCGS Premier Edition, this label that you see right here, is available no place else. More importantly, we've added where it's 1 of 5,000 coins. And PCGS occasionally does that with different labels. They'll say 1 of 5,000 or 1 of 10,000 or 1 of 20,000. Well, what sets this apart, unlike any other PCGS certified coin, is our certificate of authenticity that we have down here. And the reason is the certificates are individually serial numbered. And then we have the PCGS Premier hologram on it as well.
So this is the special.
So that's authenticated. And the way that this is, because of that authentication, there's a thing that all the grading companies have to have, which are called POP reports, population reports. They tell you how many of each coin they've graded ever.
Oh.
When you look at PCGS, all of the PCGS coins they do, so they do this label and that label and this label and that, they all go together in one bucket. That's just PR70s, all of them go into there, with one exception. The Premier Edition, this edition, has its own separate line item in the population report. No other proof, no other label for PCGS has that. So it is separate and by itself. More importantly, it is 100% exclusive to my company. My company did this exclusively. We sell it here at HSN.
Right. Nowhere else.
Nowhere else.
Nowhere else.
Nowhere else. So you have the exclusivity of the Premier label. You have the exclusivity of the 30th anniversary American Eagle. You have the exclusivity of the rarest proof American Silver Eagle, regular issue American Silver Eagle of the 21st century. And you have that all at my original issue price of $189.95, which is absolutely, positively, 100% guaranteed to be the lowest price, but you can't get it anywhere else.
Can't get it anywhere, that's true.
Once we sell through the entire edition, then of course the secondary market will take over. And that 5,000 isn't for, you know, this airing or this visit. Once we do 5,000 of these, there will never be another one ever done. I debut this here today. We've already sold 150 of these. So these coins are selling very, very, very quickly as we speak. Because not only is it an important label, okay, that we have PCGS to begin with.
Because that's new.
That's new. Well, we've sold PCGS coins, but we haven't had an exclusive PCGS label.
Right. The Premier label.
The Premier label, any PCGS label. So we've got the Premier that has the additional designation of the PCGS hologram and individually numbered certificates of authenticity and its own line item in the population report, which is absolutely, positively critical to the collectability of this team. And what it really comes down to is exclusivity. Because in the world of coin collecting today, there's a lot of stuff out there to collect. And there's lots of different labels and lots of those things, and you kind of have a hard time wading through that. We make it really easy here. Annex first day of issue, no place but here. PCGS Premier, no place but here. ICG, first day of issue, no place but here. NGC, sort that out yourself. We don't have anything with them right now. Now understand, I'll sell NGC coins, and we do all the time. Sure. Understand, NGC coins are very desirable, very collectible, highly sought after. We just don't have, and it's the Wild West out there with their labels. This one, you know, you have the comfort of knowing, lowest price, most exclusive, most limited on the label itself, and it's certified, of course, absolutely perfect. Now let's go back and talk about the coin itself, and why the coin itself is of such incredible, phenomenal significance, folks. Because not only am I debuting my Proof Premier Eagle, this is the very first Proof Eagle that has been done in a Premier label.
And I love Proof.
And I know everybody loves the Proof.
It's so
I mean, because it is the presentation
so
coin that's made for collectors.
Okay.
And it's the 30th anniversary coin. So here's what it comes down to for 30th anniversary. They have a 10th anniversary, a 20th anniversary, a 25th anniversary, and a 30th. So in this condition, I'm not talking about PCGS Premier, because they don't even exist in the other ones, right? Okay. The 10th anniversary coin in this condition, $80,000. The 20th anniversary coin, in mid-state 70, or PR 70,
okay.
Proof 70, just like this one. The 20th anniversary coin, which is reverse proof, so it would be an RP 70. Okay, we sell that coin for $1,199. The 25th anniversary coin, okay, in PR 70, RP 70, actually, it's also a reverse proof, $1,299. Or have this one for 189 bucks. Okay?
Mike, I can figure that out.
That's right. So your choices are $1,500, $1,200, $80,000, or 189 bucks. Right. Of those 4 anniversary American Eagles, Only the 30th anniversary is actually marked on the eagle.
That has to add to it.
Sure, and not only that, now it's also the rarest American silver eagle, proof eagle of the 21st century, of the last basically 20 years. On top of it, not just as a 30th anniversary eagle, but just as a proof eagle, period. So I go back and look at all these other rare and phenomenal and collectible and desirable American proof silver eagles, and all of a sudden I'm going, okay, that's desirable and collectible by itself. Now I add in the Premier label, which is available no place but right here. I have the individually numbered certificate with the PCGS hologram that has never been offered before. I have the red oak presentation box, as you can see right there.
I have to say, this is a shade deeper.
Isn't it? Isn't that nice?
Than what you traditionally have, and I think it just feels luxe and elevated and a little bit more
we
like...
sell so many coins, I just have a hard time keeping up with boxes. We sell literally...
But see, I notice these little things.
You
I'm a
do.
girl,
Aren't
so
they
I like attention to detail. But that's part of the Premier Club. It's like flying first class.
Yeah,
it's like
there you
getting
go.
something, that gold standard that not everybody else is going to have, that you're getting here. The fact that we also have 4 flex of $47.49, you get something that is tangible. You get that piece of history to mark a 30th anniversary, not only for one of the most highly collected silver coins in the United States history, you are getting such a stunning coin, but then the fact you've got 4 flex. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee if you choose to take advantage of that. Of course, when you get this at home, Mike, I always say that proof always blows you away. And the fact that you're getting it at the highest possible grade,
Perfect.
I mean, this is a win-win.
Right, so you have a coin that's certified perfect.
Sure.
You have a coin that has an exclusive label that's available no place else. You have a coin where the population report actually lists it separately for PCGS, which is they've just really never done for a regular issue coin before. You have a certificate that comes with it. Well, the coin is numbered up here 1 of 5,000. The certificate is individually numbered with the PCGS hologram that goes with it as well. That was part and parcel of what we were doing. We said that's as important as anything, that the coins are literally then individually numbered when you match them with the certificate.
Right.
So that adds. Then you add in the 30th anniversary proof eagle by itself. Just the fact that you're getting the proof 30th anniversary. So it is the only, so the United States government has made 30 proof silver eagles, okay? There is one that is edge lettered at all, with any type of edge lettering.
It's the only
this
one.
coin. They have made 100 different American silver eagles. Only the 30th anniversary coins are edge lettered. Okay, only the 30th anniversary coins are not only edge lettered, but are actually on the coin. So that 10th anniversary coin, that's an $80,000 coin, and the 20th anniversary coin, a $1,200 coin, and the 25th anniversary coin, which is a $1,500 coin, that is what we sell them for here. None of them actually say on the coin
The designating year.
That's precisely the case.
Right.
Okay, that's precisely the case. So all of that, take that into account. So now you have the complete and abject rarity of the coin itself. Now you put it in the holder where it's absolutely positively perfect. That is a 2016 coin. That it's PCGS, that it's 30th anniversary, that it's edge lettered, that you've got the special certificate, that you've got all of these things, and then the incredible red oak presentation box, and what you have got is collectability of the highest order, and that's why you watch this show, because this is 100%, this is exclusive to us.
It's distinctive, it's rare, it's collectible,
Yes.
highly sought after. The fact we've got 4 flexible payments of $47.49, well over 200 have already been spoken for, and because it's part of that limited edition where every single one is labeled, this is that opportunistic, time for you to come in, get this, shop here at HSN, 30-day money-back guarantee. Mike, how long have you been married now?
Me? I just celebrated my 25th wedding anniversary.
Happy 25.
Thank you very
wow,
much.
that's amazing. Well, I'm thinking for your 30th anniversary, boy, would this be a nice little gift.
I've already put it away for that.
Did you?
Of course
See, I knew it. But I was
30th
just
anniversary.
thinking maybe
And I
you...
gave her the 25th anniversary coin.
Oh, you
I had
did?
to pay up for that, but I mean, because like I said, that's $1,500.
But that means a lot to her.
It does
I know,
mean a lot to
Danny.
her,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course. But I was just thinking, if you are celebrating or commemorating anything for your 30th year, what a wonderful way to really mark that moment in time, mark that moment in history. That's really what coins do. But then just, of course, the rarity and just the limited opportunity, Mike, to get this. And Mike, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but you have said with PCGS, they never have labeled, like if it is a limited edition, it's just a limited, well, they don't mark each coin.
See, understand, they do different labels for different things, okay? You know, labels are distinctive for the coin as well. But all of the other labels go into a big basket. So they don't, so you have, oh, yeah, I got this label and that label and this label. They're all part of one big jumbled basket mess. In PCGS, as a separate line item, you've got Premier Edition.
Okay.
So it's all by itself. It's clean. It's straightforward.
Never been done.
That's where they just don't do that.
Okay.
And so we had them do that for you right here, right now. And it is certified perfect, and it is PCGS, and it is exclusive to us. And to make it even more special with the one of, not only do we have a special label, not only is it one of 5,000, not only is it perfect in that, we have each coin comes with its own additional numbered certificate. Now this one is 2 of 5,000, 3 of 5,000, 4 of 5,000, and since we just got in, and you can see.
So you'll know where your coin falls within that 5,000.
Exactly. And as you can see right here, there is the hologram. That's the PCGS hologram that goes with that. That is special premier hologram that goes on top of that as well. Now, I'm talking about the label and all, like it's important, and it is. But let's not overlook the most important part of this, which is the 30th anniversary American Silver Eagle by itself. The rarest proof eagle of the 21st century, the only edge lettered eagle, and the only one of the anniversary